So you've seen Frisco, you've heard about Prosper. Now we're going to dive into what are the top master plan communities that offer so much more. Today we're diving into the top 3 master plan communities that you need to know if you're thinking about building a new home or just moving to the DFW Metroplex. Subscribe if you're serious about finding the right DFW suburb for you. Let's jump in. Hey, I'm Brian White, a local DFW realtor and owner of Blue Fuse Group at eXp Realty. If you're exploring DFW, you're in the right spot. Let's not waste any time and jump right in. So number 3 is Union Park, located in Little Elm. Now, Union Park is kind of at the intersection of Little Elm and Aubrey and Frisco. It's on the north side of the DFW Metroplex. And Union Park has so much to offer, so I'm really excited to share it with you. So Union Park blends accessibility with lifestyle. You're within 30 to 40 minutes of major employment. So specifically in Frisco, Frisco has become that intersection of 121 and the Dallas North Tollway. Really, all of Frisco has become a major employment center point. So you've got Frisco, Plano, and then once you get on that tollway, you've got easy access down to Dallas. So Union Park can give you pretty ready access to a number of areas. Driving across 380, you've got quick access to McKinney and to Denton as well. So you've got quick access to a lot of employers across DFW. So one of the things to celebrate about Union Park is it was rated the #1 master plan community by the DFW Builders Association in 2024. I always love to follow the builders' feedback because they've got so much, they're putting so much thought into where do they want to build, what are the amenities that are most important, and what makes a neighborhood great. So the fact that they rated it #1 last year is it's a really big deal. So the top builders in Union Park are some of the best across DFW. You've got Highland Homes, which consistently wins the #1 builder in DFW. You got Bloomfield, D.R. Horton, which is, I think it's still the #1 builder across the United States. So they build a lot of volume. They build a high quality, really affordable product. And then you've got Perry Homes, which Perry, like Highland, is one of my favorites. They've just got really great quality finishes, really thoughtful designs. Perry and Highland Homes are probably 2 of our favorites. Prices start in the low 400s, and then you're going to get a pretty wide variety. There are a lot of different floor plans and layouts for first-time buyers, for families, for people moving up and moving down. So it's really just going to come down to what it is that you're looking for. Union Park is designed around a 30-acre park right there in the middle of the neighborhood. It's got a food truck park, a splash pad, an event center, a fitness center, an event lawn, and a full-time lifestyle director. Part of what makes Union Park amazing is it's got strong schools, a lot of outdoor and community activities, and a really tight, active social environment. Okay, but there are some trade-offs, some things you need to think about if you're considering Union Park, and one of those is traffic. 380 continues to be under construction. I mean, that's a major project that's going to be a long time. So there's a lot of traffic up and down. There can be a lot of delays. One of the other things is because the area is still continuing to develop, all of the retail isn't quite in. I mean, that continues to get better, but that still continues to be a growth opportunity. And the last one is, just like the roads, homes are still under construction. And when neighborhoods are under construction, you can get things like you get nails in your tires. There can be construction noise and dirt around. A lot of times that's not really that big a deal, but if that's something you're sensitive to, then you want to be aware of it and factor it into your decision process. If you want an activity-packed community with outdoor event space, events, and a strong community feel, then Union Park should definitely be on your short list. All right, number 2, located in Prosper, is Windsong Ranch. And Windsong Ranch has a crazy amount to offer. I'm super excited to tell you about it. Honestly, you've probably heard about it because it's really famous for one particular thing. Part of what makes Windsong Ranch so great is it's in a developing area of Prosper. We'll get into the schools, we'll get into the location and a lot of things. But Windsong is just off of 380, so that's in the far north area of Dallas-Fort Worth. Although it is far north, that access to 380 gives it quick highway access to a lot of spaces. It's really easy to get over to McKinney, which is a major employment area. When you head west down 380, you've got easy access to Denton, and then 380 and the Dallas North Tollway gives you access down into Frisco and a lot of employers. So although Prosper is out there relative to the DFW suburbs, it can get to a lot of places pretty quickly. All right, so let's talk about the builders in Windsong Ranch, and these are some of the best options available anywhere in any neighborhood across the DFW Metroplex. Builders include, and this isn't a complete list because Windsong Ranch is a sizable neighborhood with everything ranging ranging from townhomes to large lot, truly custom homes. So some of the builders in there are, like I said, they're some of my favorites. It's Highland Homes, Drees Homes, Shattuck Homes, and Tradition Homes, and a wide range of styles and designs. Home prices start in the 400s and then range up from there dramatically. So 400s are going to be the townhomes, and then you've got new construction starting in the 600s for single family homes. Okay, the thing that makes Windsong Ranch is the 5-acre lagoon. I mean, it's just iconic. It's nuts. It's something that you have to see to believe. The thing about the lagoon is it's the center point for the neighborhood. Not only is it gorgeous, but it's where there's just so many activities. There's stand-up paddleboarding. There's stand-up paddleboard yoga. There are people kayaking in this thing. I mean, this is not just your normal neighborhood pool. It's a 5-acre lagoon and something you have to see to believe and enjoy. The community also features resort-style pools, fitness centers, miles and miles of trails, and curated events throughout the year. It's one of the most amenity-rich developments in North Texas, and really often sets the bar for what great master plan development should look like. So there are some trade-offs to Windsong Ranch, though, and the first of those is all of those amenities and higher-end features, they come at a price. The HOA in Windsong Ranch is going to be a little bit higher than you see in most places, and so are the homes. The starting point is higher than many areas across North Texas. One of the other things that people mention is because Windsong Ranch is such a large community, it can feel a little less tight-knit than a lot of others. The last thing is, I mentioned at the start that it's off of 380, and 380's got a lot of construction, so until that's done, then it's going to be a bumpy ride. So if you're looking for a neighborhood with resort-style living, high-end amenities, and by the way, a 5-acre lagoon and great schools, which I didn't mention, it's the number 24 district in all of Texas. That's a really big deal. So if that's what you're looking for, then Windsong Ranch should definitely be in your top 3. Hey, real quick, if you're thinking about making a move to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, then that's exactly what I help people do. Best way to do that is just let's start a conversation. You can hit the link in the description to schedule time for us to get together. I'd love to learn more about what it is that you're looking for and help you find it. Now let's get back to the video. All right, so we're talking about the top 3 master planning communities across DFW, and so far we've talked about Union Park in Little Elm and Windsong Ranch in Prosper. I'm excited about this last one because it's an amazing community, super tight-knit, has so much to offer, and you're going to be excited to hear about it. So number 1 is Pecan Square in Northlake. And from the beginning, the thing you'll notice is different about Pecan Square is the design. I mean, it really is a master plan community. The concept is one that's developed by Hillwood. Hillwood is one of the most prominent developers. They also developed Union Park and many others, especially in the Northlake area. But Hillwood is a prominent developer, and the concept around Pecan Square was the entire neighborhood is a big square. It's built around the old school square. When you go to a town, even like McKinney is a great example, or some of the small towns across Texas, the entire city is built around a square. That means that there's retail, that's where the amenities are, there's a reason to cause people to gather in the middle of the community, and that's exactly what Pecan Square has to offer. So Pecan Square is on the northwest part of the DFW Metroplex. It's a little south of Denton. It's west of 35W, which leaves it about 40 minutes north of Fort Worth. So if you're on the west side of town, because of that 35W corridor, you've got ready access to many areas across DFW. You can get to the Westlake Financial District, the shopping in the Southlake. It's just north of Texas Motor Speedway. Then, like I said, you can get quick access down to Fort Worth. So let's talk a little bit about the builders in Pecan Square. There are a pretty wide variety in lot sizes, different builds and different layouts. In Pecan Square, you're going to see builders like Highland Homes, Perry Homes, Drees Homes, and I was so close to remembering the last one. The last one was David Weekley. These are some of the best builders in DFW. You're going to see these pop up in many of the master plan communities. And the reason is they build a really consistent, high-end, high-quality product. You're going to get great finishes, great floor plans and layouts. It's really going to come down to what is it that you're looking for? What's the combination of lot size, layout, amenities for your family, whether you're moving up, moving down, or moving to Dallas-Fort Worth. Many of these builders are going to have something for you. So the entire community of Pecan Square is is designed around connection and convenience. I mentioned earlier about being built around that square. So that's where the resort-style pool is. That's also where Pecan Square has a co-working space. They've got a mail drop and shipping center. They've got a huge fitness center. They've got a barn. Yep, a barn that used to be where horses were trained, and now they've turned it into a local event center that's a large covered area. It's a great spot to gather. It's right next to turf-covered playground. It's a great place to for your local events. Pecan Square also has a full-time lifestyle director. I don't know if you've noticed a theme here, but all three of these master plan communities had full-time lifestyle directors. The reason for that is really master plan means the neighborhood, but it also means your time. It's like which neighborhoods are creating activities to create environment, create connection, and get you and your family connected to other people around you. We find that great communities are not just about the neighborhood, it's about the people in them and getting them connected into a lifestyle that they're gonna love. Okay, the thing about Pecan Square, and there's some trade-offs there too, is number one, the neighborhood of Pecan Square continues to expand. There's still a lot of construction. And I mentioned before, construction can mean, it means dirt, nails, and a little bit of noise. But there's also a lot of construction on Highway 407. 407 is the primary access from Pecan Square back to that 35W highway. And 407 needed to be widened about 2 years ago. The challenge just continues to get harder and harder. Those upgrades are planned, they're already budgeted, and it's just a matter of time before they happen. So you're gonna see a slowdown in traffic now, and likely even to get worse as more people come out to Pecan Square and before those upgrades and the road widens. So that's a major factor and something you need to think about. There are a growing number of retail options and restaurants coming in the Northlake area. Their major grocery store just came in. There's a Chick-fil-A and coffee shops now, so it's becoming a real town with real shopping options. That's actually been a huge benefit, but we'll continue to see that build out in the next couple of years. There's an H-E-B coming that's not too far. There's ready access to shopping down at 114 and 35Ws. There's the Tanger outlets, and then a lot of restaurant options in Denton. So the options continue to grow in Northlake near Pecan Square, and it's going to be a great place to live. So if you want a well-planned community with frequent events and a focus on modern living, Pecan Square should definitely be on your short list. Hey, thanks for spending some time with me today. If you're thinking about making a move to DFW, then we would love to serve you. My family helps people make smart moves, build wealth through real estate, and really protect what matters most. So our focus is helping you find exactly what it is, whether it's the lifestyle, the home, the amenities, all the things that you're looking for. So you can hit a link in the description to schedule time for us to talk, or you can just give us a call. That's old school, and we love having conversations with folks just like you. As we wrap up, we just want you to know that God is good. Jesus has forgiven you. You are loved, and everything is possible, including finding an amazing home for you. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you next week.